Young, your hood anchor man, get him here. You don't want to miss this. We got breaking news.
What I wish I knew at 18 instead of 28? That Young Elder News 9 would be my go-to for all things news and more. Broadcasting live worldwide, we've got over 3 million listeners tuned in every day. From world news to stock markets, government topics to the quirkiest stories, we cover it all on Young Elder TV. And remember, folks, you heard it here first. Our friendly team brings you the latest scoops with a dash of that good old Southern charm. Whether you're curious about the latest political twists or need the lowdown on the economy, we're your go-to source. We make sure you're always in the know, in the most engaging and entertaining way possible. So buckle up, y'all. It's time to dive into the world of Young Elder News 9, where the news is always fresh, fun, and downright fascinating. Stay tuned, spread the word, and remember, you heard it here first. Young Elder News 9, the hottest show in the game.
Young TV, Young News, man. Shout out Cindy. So we got more news for you. There was a fire in Norway. A plantation burned down. We're going to play some clips on that. We're going to give people time to get in. People are saying, Young, I'm your hood anchor man. We report it live when we get the news. People are saying, we got some people are crying. They saying, the last little hope of what we got, a memory of what we got of when a certain type of group of people was in their place is going to the ground. It's burned all the way to the ground. Then you got another people that's cheering it on. So you got two different types of people that's going in on this thing. Maybe we're going to give people time to get in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be live with Rod Hayes. Me and Rod gonna go at 9 o'clock. So if it might say 8:30, I'm gonna have to reset it. But it's gonna be at 9 o'clock, and it's gonna be the latest West Coast tape you ever watched in your life. Then we already put tapes out on the video side that go along with the class that me and Rod gonna be doing tonight at 9 o'clock. So you don't want to miss it, right? So now we're gonna roll a couple of clips from this, man, so you can get a little idea of what's going on here and what kind of what they got going on. Let's see. Now, we ain't want to play all that, man, because it got that little annoying beep sound in the background, but that's the building burning down right there. Right? Now, we're going to get into, hold on, let me play this one right here for
the day off. We start with some breaking news. Here's a live look at the historic Nottoway Plantation in White Castle, where you can see crews have been battling a fire. It does appear to be out at this moment. The Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office says no injuries were reported. Officials say there are currently road closures on LA1 and River Road nearby. Our team also just spoke with the parish president, Chris Daigle, who's there on scene. He says it appears this started in the south wing of the plantation, but it will take an investigation to figure out what exactly caused this fire. And while it appears the worst of the flames are under control, fire crews are still doing a thorough inspection of every floor to make sure the building is safe. We'll have an update for you coming up on 9 News at 6.
Now, this building burned, it pretty much burned all the way to the ground. I'm going to show you more pictures because they didn't really put the flame out until it all the way burned the building down. Now, is this some people are saying that this is the ancestors returning, what happened to them, right? Being prisoners of war, then turned into slaves, right? On their own land, right? Let me run another one.
The scene behind me is a plantation house in Louisiana that is burned down. It's burning down in this video. But this is not just any plantation house. This was the largest antebellum plantation house in the South, owned by one of the richest enslavers in the South. This is the Nottoway Plantation in Louisiana. It was built by enslaved Africans in 1859. It was owned by this guy, John Randolph. Now, John wasn't even from Louisiana. He was from Virginia originally, but he came from a wealthy slave-owning family, and his dad was hired by the federal government to do something in Louisiana, and he moved with him. Now, originally he wanted to make it into a cotton plantation, the same type of plantation that he was used to in Virginia. But he noticed that the climate in Louisiana was a lot different, so he changed it to a sugar plantation. And because of that, he ended up tripling his family's wealth. John Randolph enslaved 176 people, but the plantation house itself was built around the same.
All right, so let's give you a little background on that situation. And so people are saying that because of that and who the guy was, that the place, the ancestors waking up and coming paying everybody back. Everybody been waiting on the ancestors to come back. And because people were saying if the ancestors was real, why they ain't came back and paid nobody back for what they did yet? All of the wrongdoing they did. And if you watch that 49ers tape, man, you can see how cold they was against the natives in California. Man, these people, like, how could they ever pay you back for all of what they did? How could they ever pay you back? Talking about some reparations ain't nothing. They owe you that with their life for what they did. They owe you with their life, their generations. I'm telling you, man. So it's like this. Yeah, the ancestors coming back now. That's what they're saying, right? That's what the word on the streets is. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors is waking up and doing their thing now. Like I said, if you're just not coming in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We just want to bring that to you. You know, we bring the news to you that you can use. And they probably got insurance on the place, but you know, it ain't gonna be the same like it was when and then let me show you something else. I wanted to let me play this clip because the people who were I got one more clip. I'm gonna show you this. Now it's gonna trip you out. This next clip gonna trip you out. Man, they got this statue up in now inside of this place, and they said that these were the people that was here, right? And they showed this statue. Let me see, can I roll that footage for you? Now you see this image right here, man. What that look like, bro? Who that look like? It look like the Moors to me. This dude got a some kind of thing on his head, and he got a towel like he a servant, like they got him as a servant. But he look like a blackamoor, right? That's really is hard to say blackamoor, right? But that's what they was calling us. Go back and get that movie Wild Wild West. When they said he said when that dude on that train told Will Smith, he said a blackamoor like yourself. Go back and get Black Knights when they said when they called Martin Lawrence a Moor inside of Black Knights. I got all the clips on my page, really, in the Moorish Science playlist. But that's what we wanted to bring to you, man. We live tonight at 9:00 with Rod Hayes. You want to tune in for that, man? Well, we're 9 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, so we got slides and everything on this joint. It's gonna be lit. We got Rod Hayes got so many receipts in this. It's game over for the West Coast. If you send that tape tonight to all the West Coast guys, man. It's about to be lit. You're gonna know pretty much you're gonna have the whole West Coast dynamics down after we do this tape tonight with all the other that I got about 2 more other tapes coming out to go with the three tapes we already put out on the video side about the Queen Khalifa. She don't call herself Queen, really, she calls herself Empress. Queens really means prostitute. Go look it up. Hey, Queen really means prostitute. Nobody, so people don't be calling yourself Queen. That's this English or European terms. They queens and all that. We never call ourselves queens or none of it. Our king. We was always pharaoh. We was always emperor, empresses. We was always, you know what I'm saying? We had really all those terms really we didn't use because that wasn't even in our language. Some of the terms, they weren't even in our language. Like we use Mansa, Musa, Mansa, Musa. Mansa means like a master or chief. right? Or Maku means chief. So we didn't really use these words that they use, right? But we're gonna get in on that tonight. So we didn't call ourselves what they don't be calling yourself a queen. Like, I know what you mean when you say it, right? But just keep that in mind that queen really means prostitute. And so you were empress, right? You were empress. You were I think goddess is cool, because goddess because like this too. You gotta remember this too. We got power to give certain energy to words. So the word goddess, black goddess, most of that been used around in a. I ain't never really heard it used in a negative form. I always heard it from anybody when they talk about black goddesses is always positive form. So that means that particular diaphragm, when you say black goddess or goddess, it carries a positive energy. So therefore, I don't got no problem with you referring to yourself, because it also is a German word that means good, wisdom, beauty, and strength, and that can be classified as a black goddess. You know what I'm saying? And my Moors, my baby kids don't like black, right? So we gotta. But I'm using the reason why in some of the AIs we using black is because we gotta be more specific nowadays. We letting them know though that the word black is being used out of context, but you got to be to get certain type of people to see what's going on. You got to use certain terms, and then once you get them on, then you can say, "Hey, well, that you know what I'm saying, that part." You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's up to speed know what time it is. We using a little bit of everybody's strategy. Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, Dr. Malachi York, Elijah Muhammad, using a little bit of everybody's strategy. We're taking a little bit from everybody. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to be on tonight, 9 o'clock live. You don't want to miss that. The ancestors are back. Wadu.